Welcome to Boxing on the Record with Randy. But before we go into what I came in here to talk about, now it's time for a commercial break. Now it's time for you to subscribe, like, share, comment, dislike, do something to engage with the program. Let me know you appreciate me coming on to help the family grow. It don't cost you anything. Now back to our regular scheduled program. I just came in talk about for a few minutes to get it off my mind and put it on the record. This Ryan Garcia. I hear a lot of people talking about Ryan Garcia, look spectacular, and Ryan Garcia this, Ryan Garcia that. Um, I just came to weigh in and to say that um, I wasn't really impressed with Ryan. I'm not a Ryan hater, but I'm looking at two B plus fighters in the ring fighting. I'm looking at one guy not throwing punches. He's just a punching bag. He was just there to be hit. I mean, he walking toward Ryan with a high guard, no head movement, no foot movement, no punches thrown, just walking as he walking Ryan down. And he's not even winning. It's almost like he's trying to walk him down the way it looked without throwing punches and just there to be hit. Like I said, um, I heard Devin and Shakur tweeting saying that Ryan was off the good juice. And I could kind of see where they're coming from with that. Maybe they were saying that because he didn't get Barrios out of there. He hit Barrios with a lot of good, hard, clean shots. He was hitting him at will, and he still couldn't get him out of there. Even though he didn't get Devin out of there, he knocked him down a few times. He got back up though. That was the key. And that's the thing about boxing. Boxing like life. It don't matter how many times you get knocked down. What matters is whether you get up or not. If you don't get up, you knocked out. But if you get up, then you still in the fight, just like life. But I don't know why Ryan didn't knock him out. I don't even know if they had testing or not. I'm not here to accuse nobody or anything. But what I am on here to talk about is the fact that uh Barrios didn't put up no kind of resistance. So I can't really gauge where Ryan at from there. Then we have a lot of boxing fans always talking about what fighter shows up. I really don't think it's the fighter. I think it's the style that they're facing. Um, he faced a guy that was there to get hit. No athletic ability about himself, no nothing. So he was calling out Shakur, but I mean that's a whole different fight. A lot of people say, well, Shakur and Ryan was saying Shakur don't have enough pop to keep him off him, but Shakur is not going to go for the same thing Barrios go for. He's not going to be there to get hit. A lot of people call that um, running, but I call it the sweet science. Hit and don't get hit. Again, we're talking about life. If you're in a fight with somebody in life, you're not going to just go trade it out with them. You're going to try to beat them. You're going to try to hit them and not let them hit you because at the end of the fight, most of the time we say, um, you see somebody that's been in a fight, be like, man, he must have tore you up. You don't say, well, look at the other guy. He got just as many bumps and bruises as I do. It's all about hit and not get hit. So me personally, um, I like all styles of boxing. I like all type of fights. Yeah, I like knockouts. Yeah, I like brawls. Yeah, I like the sweet science where you got one man picking another man off because it's like a buffet. Everything is on the buffet. If you go to a buffet, you expect to get different stuff. If you watch boxing and the only thing you get is knockouts, eventually it get boring. So I like to mix it up. I like to see all kind of stuff. But back to Ryan. Uh, Ryan is not going to look as good against somebody that's going to put up resistance. Look how he looked against Rolly. Notice he didn't go in there on Rolly like he did on Barrios because he knew Rolly had something for him. And every time he went in there, Rolly showed him that he had something for him. So anytime you got resistance, it make you kind of hesitant about going in on somebody. It's almost like robbing somebody's house. If you go in to rob somebody's house, I don't rob people, but because I'm not a tough guy, I'm just an old man. Uh, if you going in there and you know those people got guns or whatever too, you're not gonna go in there. But if you know it's an old lady that live in there and she 100 years old, you're gonna go in there because you feel like you can just go in there and take whatever you want and push it on, whatever the case may be. But my whole point I'm trying to make is anytime there's no resistance, you're more reluctant to go in and try to do something. Um, to me, when Ryan came out in this fight, um, to me now, it's just me in my personal opinion. I feel like Ryan was fighting out of desperation, starting out, because he ran to him and just started welling on him. He wasn't really throwing no real punches. He was fighting like he was fighting in the street. A lot of times, I like to say he was fighting like Bam Bam on the Flintstones, if anybody remember that. So I guess they tell you how old I am. But he's fighting like Bam Bam. He's just welling away. He's not placing punches. He's not turning over no jabs or nothing. He just going in there and trying to overwhelm his opponent. Then when he realized there was no resistance, there he settled down and started picking his shots. But against an elite fighter, he's not going to be able to do that. Not saying that Roller was elite because Roller is not that guy. Roller is probably a B plus fighter himself, um, but he's not going to be able to do that. And I think, and it's just my personal opinion, and everybody gonna say I'm a Devin lover or whatever. I just call what I see. But I don't think if him and Devin fought again, I don't think that fight would go the same way because I think Devin IQ is high enough that he's not going to get hit with the same things he was getting hit with, and they're going to go in with a different plan. I think they just went in with the wrong plan because Bill made a statement that they was going to step to him, and it might have been the wrong decision. And once they got in there and realized, hey, this is the wrong decision, they never made the adjustments to abandon that plan, and that's what the results were. Yes, I think him testing positive on PEDs had something to do with it too. But overall, I think they just had the wrong plan. But like I said, y'all tell me what y'all think about it, man. Do y'all think this fight made Ryan that guy, or Ryan just got in there with somebody that didn't give no resistance? With that being said, I'm out of here like last year.